Does he make it a point to review games that have cannibalism and also like cyberpunk prosthetics?
Or a skelly man, which
You
all
can
have
be a
their own
robot!
respective perks and
And you can
penalties.
slap squat
Humans
as a
are, of
robot?
course, good at everything. I think I've had enough of.
Are they wearing flesh? Are those robots wearing flesh? Hello, my name is Mori Memento, and I'm an afterlife placement specialist. But before I can sort your ass into the afterlife, you're gonna have to deal with my special interest. And my special interest happens to be of a game called Kenshi, which I've heard is a mad world of a game. And today, to introduce us to this world, is one Seth. I still hold on to my belief that Seth is an actual VTuber, and he uses this actual warlord as his VTuber model. And let's just say if I had a nickel for every time I seen a game reviewed by Seth that had to do with cannibalism, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird to happen twice.
Hey people, Seth here. Today, I'll be covering an educational game about the harsh realities of post-apocalyptic society. A game where you can be anything you want to be, do anything you want to do, as long as all the things you want to do are extremely illegal, morally dubious, and outright sadistic. A game where everything wants to either eat you, cook you, suck out your organs, or peel off your skin and use it as a rug. A game where being forced into slavery is considered a good outcome compared to having your arms and legs eaten off by a pack of giraffes. I'm talking, of course, about Kenshi. Kenshi takes place in a world that has been plunged into a technological dark age after an unknown disaster annihilated modern society. And now, everyone's back to using straw hats and katanas. Kenshi is actually the canonical sequel to Battle Realms. Many theorize how feudal China ended up looking like this, but the popular opinion is that after endless droughts and famine, the lack of easily available rice and water, which are the 2 elements needed to form a Chinaman, led to an uncontrolled period of rapid population decline.
You can tell this shit was made in the 2010s.
Seeing that China was at
you
its
can tell
weakest,
this video was
the
made
Australians
in the 2010s.
invaded, and the rest is history. Kenshi plays like some strange hybrid of Mountain Blade, Jagged Alliance, and Def Jam Fight for New York. After about 10 autistic years of development, it's finally here, featuring drug trafficking, human trafficking, and giant enemy crabs. Kenshi, it's got it all. To begin, you need to choose from one of 13 different starting scenarios. You can start as anything from a nameless vagabond, a trader with connections and money to spare, or even a guy who's hit rock bottom. No money, no food, and no masturbation. The character you start with can be fully customized. You can start as a human, a Shekman, a Bugman, or a Skelly Man, which all have their own respective perks and penalties.
Can slap squat as a
Humans are, of course, good at everything. But you know what they're not good at? Surviving acid rain, or swimming in acid, or getting too close to one of these. Bugmen are exceptional at losing limbs and slavery. Are they good at capturing slaves? No, they're good at being slaves. Sheks are good at fighting. They're not good at reasoning, critical thinking, and having any sort of long-term planning. Skelly.
Okay, that's me. I found my class. I found the class I'm specking into because I relate heavily to that. Although, being a slab squatting robot, really fucking tempting. That is genuinely super tempting.
Men are better at everything, which is why everyone's afraid of them. They're also probably responsible for destroying the world. Being perfect comes at a price. You can't heal. You need repairs instead, and good luck finding a mechanic in a desert. However, the character you start with isn't special. They've got stats and skills like everyone else. They can also permanently die like everyone else. A game of Kenshi only truly ends when all of your characters are 6 feet under. There's no real objective in Kenshi. That objective can be whatever you want it to be. Just like getting bullied in high school, the core philosophy of Kenshi is get your shit kicked in.
Why do I feel like that belonged to a certain piece of media that may not be able to be aired on television? Why do I feel like that clip may have been out of context of what they were actually gonna do? Paygorn. Yes, I do in fact think that may have been Paygorn.
And get stronger, survive, and fight another day. Once you get into your first fight, you'll understand what I mean. Kenshi uses a limb-based physics system to determine whether attacks actually connect, and you don't die outright. Usually, your limbs suffer too much damage, forcing you to crawl on the ground or fight with a broken arm, as your broken appendages flail around helplessly. If you spill out too much blood or intestines, you'll collapse unconscious instead. You can still wake up from a trauma and bandage yourself together, or rely on the help of allies to pop your bones back in place and carry you to relative safety.
Okay.
However, take too much damage in a short span of time, and you might permanently lose an arm or a leg. If that happens, you can install prosthetic limbs, but
Oh my
having a
God.
bucket instead of a foot isn't exactly ideal, so hold on.
Okay. Does he make it a point? Does he make it a point to review games that have cannibalism and also like cyberpunk prosthetics? Is that on the Seth criteria? You need cannibalism and cyberpunk prosthetics and also war crimes, and he will review your game. Is that what I'm learning about this guy?
Onto those, but if your organs take too much damage, don't worry about prosthetics because you're already fucking dead. All that's left is to strip you down and chuck you in the furnace because cremation is a far safer
You get to
solution
see what
than letting
happens to
your
your
corpse
body
fume
after
up
you
and
die?
attract the bone dogs. Remember I
The
said
bone
combat
dogs?
uses physics because understanding that is extremely important. Characters make
God.
different swings and motions with different weapons, which also change as you get more experienced. If a swing physically connects with an enemy, it counts as a hit. Not only that, if there were, let's say, 3 enemies standing closely packed together, they'll all get cut by the same swing. Basically, I'm telling you that if you want to die very quickly, gang up on an enemy, because that's a great idea. He'll take a single broad horizontal swing and decapitate your entire team. It's better to have characters duel each enemy or try and overwhelm them with a variety of attacks.
Okay, have you guys ever watched a fight scene? Have you guys ever watched a fight scene in a movie, right? And like you're watching it on YouTube. You're watching a fight scene on YouTube, and then there's always that guy that's like, why don't they all just jump them at the same time? It's a 1v7. How come they don't just stab them at the same time? It's because if everybody goes and swings at the same time, people are gonna die. And not the person you're intending to die. You're gonna swing, and like Johnny to your left is gonna get their jugular slit. That's why this is actually super realistic. That's why you have to go one at a time.
You can even do some crazy micro and make your characters manually evade attacks while everyone else flanks them from the side. Combat is really fucking good. It's responsive and only gets more entertaining as you get the hang of it. In the beginning, you're nothing but a walking sack of rice weed. By the end, you're still a walking sack of rice weed, but hey, you can stage dive leviathans like a baller. But combat's only one of many things you do in Kenshi. It's a means to an end, and achieving any of your goals requires money. Money buys you food, equipment, protection, and companions. You can't get anywhere without it, but you can't get it anywhere for free. To make money, we need to explore, see beautiful and bizarre places with our own sets of risks and challenges, such as dust storms, gas clouds, flesh-eating cannibals, flesh-eating spiders, lack of water, too much water, and this. I don't recommend stepping into one of these, but they can outrun any character, so the only real way of dodging them is by getting out of the way very quickly, or by traveling at night. Luckily, they're not as dangerous once they fall out of the sky. Besides all the different places that can get you killed, there's a lot of interesting people to meet throughout the world. Hey, I think I've had enough of...
Are they wearing flesh? Are those robots wearing flesh? Are these Necrons? Are these the Necrons? Are these the flayed ones? Oh my god, they have the fucking flayed ones from Warhammer. That's insane. And that's also terrifying.
Kenshi for today. Actually, turns out they're completely friendly. They just need some help peeling potatoes. Unfortunately, it turned out I was the potato, and my limbs had to be peeled off. I can conclusively say this is probably the most effective weight loss plan I've ever seen in my life. There's a lot of factions out there, and most of them aren't skin bandits. And once you meet them, you'll realize they're even worse. You can interact with them, help them, and even pledge allegiance to their cause. Or you can kidnap them and execute their leaders, forcing them to crumble under the lack of leadership. Even better, the resulting power vacuum leads to rival factions taking over and potentially expanding across the world. Kenshi lets you do that. It even encourages you to do that. Sooner or later, your nomadic lifestyle of running from city to city will get old. Why pay for methanol poisoning when we can make our own? Why suffer the daily struggle when we can grow our own weed and process it into soft, sticky mounds of hash, which we'll smuggle into the United Cities using Amazon Prime. Here's how.
I just want to point out, this game doesn't give you any objectives, right? He figured this all out by himself. He had a master plan. And he said, I wanted to go into the weed business and I want to sell that dank devil's lettuce. And he went about it. I think that's my problem with games like this, is that I'm not big brain enough to know what to do without someone telling me what to do. I really am. I really am just a fucking goon. I'm really just an NPC.
Demonstrating our one-day Prime delivery option. He's currently sneaking past the border at a comfortable land speed of 26 miles per hour.
Is Naruto running a natural running animation, or
don't
did this
even
guy
see
mod
him.
it?
If they do,
He had
they'll
to mod
pretend
this
they
in,
didn't,
right?
intimidated by the man Naruto running through their gates with over 50 kilos of solid cash on his back. As you've probably figured out, you can make your own outpost. At the start, it won't be anything special and you'll be barely scraping by to survive. But once you get some research and technology going, you'll be on your way to establishing a thriving city, provided you don't get murdered, robbed, or eaten while doing so. Setting up an outpost changes the game completely. You now have a place to live, but everyone wants to take what they can't have, and they will, unless your defenses hold up. Each region has its own set of wildlife and factions that will try and ruin your day. In my case, I set up in the desert. The soil sucked, the crops didn't grow, but at least I was only under attack every day by 4 different factions. Starving bandits kept coming to beg for food. They got a free bolt in the mouth instead. The dust bandits just wanted to kill us. At least they were honest about it. The Sheks kept asking for a good clean fight, so I walled myself off and turned them into pincushions. The Black Dragon Ninjas can go fuck themselves. We're suffering our second famine this season, and it's all because a pack of weeaboos with tin hats keep dabbing away with our bread baskets. And you know what? The raids aren't even the worst part. It was Sundays, Kenshi, where every Sunday is prayer day, and you don't want to skip out on prayer day. Oh, you missed your Bible. Don't worry, this one's on me. Oh, you can't make prayer day because you're in a coma from severe head trauma? I literally do not give a shit. I don't care if there's enemies bashing at your gates. You raise those shits right now, and I'm giving you to the count of 5 to come pray to our Lord and Savior, Okran. If you don't come out right now, I'm gonna burn this place to the ground and kill every blasphemous pagan who takes the name of the Lord in vain. And we're gonna do this every Sunday. Prayer day.
This is getting a little too historically accurate. I know this is a piece of fiction. Getting a little too historically accurate here. Starting to sound a lot familiar. Starting to sound really familiar. Looks like the graphics from Fallout 3. Oh, you know what? It kind of does. Maybe a little worse, but considering what the game is trying to do. Like, the scale of this game. The scale of this game is kind of insane. It's kind of insane what this game is allowing you to do.
Is the best goddamn day. Unlike those lazy preachers in real life, the Holy Nation priests will personally travel all the way to your base together with their faithful team of heavily armed paladins, and I don't recommend making them upset. If you can survive all of that, having an outpost lets you really expand on your options. You can even assign people to tasks and functions using an automated job system, and essentially sit back while they generate money and get stuck on terrain. After securing a stable source of food, you naturally want more people to eat it. If that doesn't work, buy yourself a couple of animals. They'll eat through your survival rations in no time. Animals are a mixed blessing, so I've arranged them in order of usefulness. Goats, which are walking sacks of meat. Bone dogs, which are the body cleanup crews of Kenshi. Very cute. I recommend getting a pack of them just to watch them play fetch with each other. There's also garus and bulls, which are walking sacks of storage space and absolutely essential for trading and carrying all of your stolen ceramic bowls. And finally, there's crabs, which are objectively the greatest animals for both land-based and naval combat. Oh, real funny, Seth. Now, show me a squad of them.
Wait,
I admit,
are they actually
I got
top tier?
really uncreative with naming them after the first dozen or so. You're not even limited to a single outpost. You can build an outpost wherever you want. Just be prepared for the consequences once other people start to take notice. From there, the world is your oyster, and it's waiting to be devoured by your legions of domesticated crustaceans. Your characters don't even have to be in the same region as each other. The game keeps track of everything in real time, no matter where they are on the map. You can send squads and expeditions out into the wild while your peasants work their lives away in your sweatshops. And you sort of have to as well. You can't unlock any of the later research trees without plundering the remains of ancient civilization. So you can finally harness the ancient secrets of eggplant hydroponics. Kenshi is a wonderful, bizarre, and at times absolutely brutal game with a completely unique setting. It's an absolute joy to play, and I've greatly enjoyed watching my life spiral out of control
crabs are coming.
As
They're
I
coming. Get
feed
out there.
my
Get out there. The
newfound
crabs are almost
addiction,
there.
I of
They're
course give it
almost
the
there.
biggest score and my highest recommendation. I give it 250 stacks of wheat straw over the insane fucking attack range of blood spiders. Seriously, look at that shit. Luckily, you don't have to deal with it. Kenshi is extremely mod friendly, and most of the issues you have in the game can be easily fixed through modding. I've attached my mod list in the description below, and it should contain the bare essentials to improve gameplay without significantly changing anything.
So I guess
Now,
that answers my
if
question
you'll
about the
excuse
Naruto
me,
running.
I have a lot of potatoes to peel, but don't worry, I've got a lot of free time. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. Also,
I gasped and I choked on my own fucking saliva because I knew what he was gonna do. And it's really bad. That man ain't right, dude. That man is not right. Something is wrong with this guy. Something is wrong with this guy, man. Hello and thank you again for watching the video. If you liked the video, you should like the video and subscribe for more. And maybe if you want to hang out or even appear in the next video, go ahead and follow us over at Twitch. I like to interact with chat a lot. I also like to traumatize chat a lot. So if you wish to experience that, well, that's on you. Use that free will. Anyways, thank you so much. Bye!